If you're here wondering whether the Samsung T7 SSD lives up to the hype, you're in the right spot. I'm about to spill everything you need to know, from jaw-dropping speeds to sketchy quirks that could make you pause before hitting buy. But here's what surprised me. It's not just about fast transfers and flashy specs. There's a side to this drive most reviews won't tell you. Contrary to what you might expect from Samsung, the T7 isn't a flawless storage hero. Stick around because the truth might just flip your buying decision. Ready to find out if the Samsung T7 SSD is a game changer or a costly letdown? Let's dive in. Starting with who the T7 is really for: content creators, gamers, photographers, and anyone juggling large files. Samsung pitches this as the ultimate portable SSD to build your video empire or back up your life's work on the go. With its sleek, compact design, it promises durability with shock resistance up to 6 feet and blistering speeds up to 1050 mbps. Sounds perfect, right? But here comes the twist. Those numbers can be deceiving depending on your setup. If your laptop or device doesn't fully support USB 3.2 Gen 2 and UASP mode, you might not even feel the speed boost. It's like buying a Ferrari and then driving it stuck in traffic, all that power but zero thrill. Let me share a quick story. I hooked up the T7 to my older laptop, expecting warp speed downloading my 4K video files. Instead, it crawled painfully slow. Later, on a newer machine with the right specs, it zoomed like a rocket. So if you're using an older or mid-tier device, be prepared for inconsistency. Now here's a question for you. Is paying over $200 for a drive that only performs under ideal conditions really worth it? But hold on, because compatibility isn't the only curveball. Samsung proudly calls itself the world's one flash memory brand since 2003, manufacturing all firmware and components in-house. This is supposed to be your guarantee of quality and reliability. And trust me, the T7's sturdy aluminum unibody and shock resistance make it a rugged companion for mobile creatives. However, durability doesn't mean invincibility. Several users have reported early failures and sudden disconnects after just a few months of use. Imagine mid-project, your SSD just decides to ghost you. Talk about a nightmare. The warranty does cover replacements, but it's the hassle you didn't sign up for. This brings me to the next eyebrow-raising revelation: heat management. Samsung ensures the T7 keeps its casing temperature below 118.4 degrees Fahrenheit under normal conditions, which sounds reasonable. But in real-world heavy use, especially when transferring massive files non-stop, the drive heats up noticeably. When this happens, performance throttling kicks in to cool things down, significantly reducing speed. It's like running a marathon in a heavy coat. You start strong, but soon you're just trying to survive the heat. Honestly, if you're a pro who needs consistent performance for hours, this could be maddening. You might be wondering about software and compatibility with all your devices. The T7 supports PCs, Macs, Android phones, and gaming consoles, even boasting support for 4K video recording directly onto the SSD from an iPhone 15 Pro at 60 FPS. Fancy stuff on paper, but here's a hiccup. Some users found that the provided software lacks intuitive features and sometimes refuses to recognize the drive without reformatting, especially on older OS versions. Samsung requires ongoing firmware updates via PC or Mac, which isn't exactly seamless for on-the-go creatives who need instant access. So, convenience might not be as plug-and-play as advertised. Joke time. Why did the Samsung T7 go to therapy? Because it couldn't deal with all the dropouts. But seriously, those random disconnect issues can be frustrating. On the bright side, the T7 includes both USB-C to C and USB-C to A cables, making it flexible for most setups. That kind of inclusivity earns points, especially if you're juggling different devices daily. Now let's address pricing. At $219.99 for a 1 TB model, and even more for higher capacities. The T7 is positioned as a premium portable SSD. Given its speed and build quality, some consider it worth the splurge. However, when you stack it against competitors who offer similar or better speeds, often with additional features like built-in encryption or longer warranty periods, Samsung's price tag looks a bit steep. It's like buying a designer coffee every day. Sure, it tastes good, but your wallet feels it. But before you write the T7 off completely, here's something the glowing reviews might not shout loud enough. The drive's massive storage options go up to 4 TB, which is a jackpot for anyone dealing with bulky video projects or massive game libraries. Need to carry your entire creative portfolio on one palm-sized disk? The T7 can handle it without blinking. Plus, its shock resistance is genuinely impressive, surviving falls up to 6 feet, so it's probably tougher than your clumsy friend. Just don't drop your laptop the same way. Another quick rehook. Are the speed and ruggedness of the T7 worth risking occasional disconnects and heat throttling? Hang tight because I'll wrap up with the final verdict in just a moment. In terms of design, the T7 is sleek and minimalist, subtle enough to fit in with Apple gear or a high-end PC setup without sticking out like a sore thumb. Its solid aluminum body not only protects it, but gives a premium feel that plastic competitors lack. The weight is light, so it's perfect for travel bags or even pockets. Samsung really nailed the aesthetics, which might seem trivial, but when you're out in client meetings or shooting on location, looking professional with your gear matters. Here's a joke for the creative souls. What does a T7 SSD say after a long day? I'm totally wiped. Honestly, with sustained workloads, you'll want a break too because the T7 runs hot and needs downtime to perform at its best. It's a reminder that even robust tech isn't indestructible. So who would I recommend this drive for? If you're a professional filmmaker, photographer, or gamer with devices that support USB 3.2 Gen 2, and you're willing to invest in reliable, fast portable storage with some patience around software quirks and occasional heat throttling, the T7 could be a solid choice. It's fantastic for moving large files quickly and surviving the travel grind. But if you're on an older laptop or need constant uninterrupted speed, or you want bulletproof software support without fiddling, you might want to look elsewhere or consider Samsung's other models like the T7 Touch, which adds fingerprint security and better software. Before I finish, here's my final twist. The T7 isn't a flawed product. It's a specialized tool. It excels when used with the right gear and expectations. Don't expect it to perform miracles on everything. If you keep that in mind, this SSD can massively boost your workflow. Its hefty price is justified by speed, brand trust, and rugged build, but those are balanced with the caveats I shared. And for the last laugh, why don't SSDs ever get lost? Because they always cache their way home. Seriously though, the T7 is easy to carry and dependable when used correctly. Ready to get your hands on the Samsung T7 SSD? If you want the best price and to avoid second guessing, check out the Amazon link in the description below. Grab one that suits your storage needs and boost your creative projects with lightning fast file transfers. Thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, make sure to hit subscribe for more honest tech insights. Remember, smart buying means knowing both the perks and the pitfalls before you commit. The Samsung T7 SSD might not be perfect, but with the right expectations, it just might be your next favorite tech sidekick.